All right, welcome. Welcome to Bitcoin Crypto News Online, formerly known as Mountain Crypto. We are going to talk about what's going on in the market and if we are going to head up. I think we are. I think we're still set for what we talked about 4 weeks ago. If you look at the video playlist here, you'll see this one. Bitcoin looks to gains in 8 to 14 weeks. So you might go back and check that out. There's some interesting charts that are in there. I think that's still in play. Also, another video you might want to check out is Bitcoin Makes Gold Trash. This was about 3 months ago, 3 or 4 months ago. And this is a scenario that I kind of set up where gold actually starts getting traded out of and really pumps Bitcoin up, and actually gold value goes down. So some interesting kind of market setups that we could see in the future that I think are out there. So all right, so I want to refer you back to that. Bitcoin looks to gain in about 8 to 14 weeks. We're not going to go all over those charts again, but it's the Elliott wave chart. Also, cup and handle seems to be forming. So how long will this take? Will it take 8 to 14 weeks? I hope so, before we at least reach our all-time high, 110,000 maybe. A lot of analysts believe that we will even hit 120,000. So that is what I intend to kind of use as a base case today for the subject. And then I'll take you into some news, and then we'll look at the charts. If that sounds good, let's go ahead and do that. So the most important level right now, according to insights at MIT or mitrade.com, the analyst Titan of Crypto has predicted the Bitcoin price breakout could happen soon. Whoops, what just happened here? Here we go. And that important marker is 85,700. On a post on X, which used to be Twitter, the Titan of Crypto said 85,000 is this important level for bullishness, and continuing on up into 87,000 from that point. He noted that the relative strength index, the divergence, which there's also a MACD chart where they're crossing. So these things are getting close to aligning. I mean, there's still a lot of fear in the market. And with the tariffs and all the fear that the media is pushing, you know, with the mainstream. Actually, I think if it wasn't for all the mainstream adoption that we've had through the ETFs, we wouldn't be getting all this so much negative press. And I think Bitcoin would have already been, you know, broke out sooner. But I think this negative press and the trade tariffs and all this stuff is just slowing it down. It's slowing it down. It's postponing it toward the end of the year. So the crypto analyst had earlier predicted the Bitcoin price could rise as high as 137,000 by mid-year. We're not there yet, you know. We're very impatient in crypto. We want everything to go high yesterday and go even higher today. This came as he revealed a bullish pennant that was forming in the BTC daily chart. We've talked about this formation. You can see it here on the chart where they've got it funneling down, and then it's going to push up. I believe that that's a possibility, and we need to keep our eye out for that. It is some hopium, as they say, in the Bitcoin world. All right, M2 money supply. That's what is really pushing this. We have that. We have the interest rates are probably going to drop in May, is the rumor right now. The feds just can't hold off any longer due to whatever their personal feelings are, political feelings or whatever. There's a lot of pressure from corporations, from banking, from businesses. So they are probably going to break down and drop the interest rate to try to get some money into the economy and get business going again. USDT dominance shows rejection. So because a lot of people are taking their cryptocurrencies and putting them in stable coins, that shows that the market is getting tired. That when that starts to slow down the amount of money that's being put into stable coins, that actually shows that, you know, everybody's taken out about everything they're going to take out, and they're waiting for the next buy-in opportunity. So when the market starts to go up again, they'll start pouring that money in, and we'll look into our overall market cap. But at the time of writing, Bitcoin price was 83,600, down 2%. But the EU said it is going to proceed with tariffs on U.S. imports, while the U.S. looks likely to impose more tariffs with China. Both sides yet to reach an agreement so far. That's subject to change every 5 minutes. But the good thing is the stability. We can see that the administration, even though they kind of bounce, you know, there's a lot of media press that they're bouncing back and forth, there's instability in the market. That is the narrative that they're really pushing. But if you look at the overall picture and back out, the instability in the market was not knowing where the tariffs were really going to land. That I would agree with. Well, now we see that it's been throttled back. So we know that when the economy is really hurting, the tariffs get backed off. So there's that stability in knowing that, being able to read the market. And a lot of investors and analysts are also agreeing with what I just said. Okay, so that shows if we can sustain this with that squeeze right there, that supports a lot of the other charts that we've looked at. Some other news. We'll come back to the news. Let's look at the charts. CoinGecko.com. We can see Bitcoin is at 84,000. Our top coins here are the typical suspects: Ethereum, XRP, Solana, Tron, Dogecoin, Cardano, and so on and so forth. Down for the day. They're a little bit down for the day, but up down for the hour. Excuse me, down for the hour, up for the day. A lot of them, well, about half, well, less than half are up for the week. So this is starting to look a little better. The market capitalization, we were way down here. Let's look at that for a minute, if we can pull that up, hopefully. It'll pull up. Come on, market capitalization, pull up. I put a lot into the market capitalization. This really tells me very, very much where altcoins are. This, all I really need to look at is market capitalization. I need to know how much of the market does Bitcoin have, and how high are we from our local, you know, yearly average. You can see right here, this is a trillion. So a trillion, that's where the market is right there. And then we did our jump, we bumped up over 2, and then we hit our all-time high, and we were way up almost close to 4 trillion. Well, when we were here between this 3 and 4 trillion, we started to see a lot of profits happening in the altcoin market. So I know that when we hit 3 trillion, we'll be back to where we were, and when we start pushing 4 trillion, I want to see us up into 4 or 5 trillion, maybe even 6 trillion. Then I'll know that that is when we have hit our all-time highs. That's my beliefs. And so it has come up a little bit since these lows back here in September, and we have bounced around a little bit in the week. I don't know, do we have a weekly here? Let's go with the 7-day. Let's go with the 14-day. Let's go with the 1 month. Okay, so you can see down here we were at 2 trillion 500 billion, and now we're up several billion more to the 2.7 trillion. So that's pretty good. I mean, it's not great, but it's something. All right, Bitcoin. We'll look at Bitcoin again. We'll look at that cup and handle. Also, what's nice about CoinGecko is they've got news right here. You can look at TradingView and get the news over there. All right, so this is the 1 month. You can see that we dipped all the way down here to the 74,000, and then we had a little bit higher high, a little bit higher high. If we can maintain this and stay above this 79,000 and push up above this level here, or stay and reconfirm these spots in between that 77 and this 88, we will be doing a lot better. As the analyst said, 85 is the number that we really want to see. And let's look at the cup and handle that we can see in this. Yeah. So the thought is that you see this cup and handle, right? I'll put the thing here. There it is. It's a tight little cup. And then you see this spike here, and then it goes way up. The thought is that this is the cup, this is the spike, and then it's going to go way up. Okay? Very rudimentary, but that is kind of the hope for the cup and handle. All right. Fear and greed, still in fear, quite a bit of fear, not extreme fear. My kitty cat is here trying to take over. On the timechain-calendar.com, you can see that you can get 1,190 Satoshis for $1 US. So when people say, oh, it's too late, I don't have enough money, bull, because when Bitcoin hits $100 million, each Satoshi is going to be worth $1, right? So when it hits $1 million, then this right here would be add a couple zeros. So yeah, that'll be a lot of money. Won't be $1,000, but it'll be $100. $100. Okay, $1 will turn into $100 when Bitcoin hits $1 million. $1 US. All right. What's next? Let's see. Okay, altcoin season. I told you, really, this chart is not completely necessary, but we are in a buying opportunity. Some people are already making money with some meme coins, trading in and out of fart coin and other stupid gambling coins. Be very careful. You can lose all your money. All right, our predictions. Now this is our predictions from coincodex.com. It uses the, I believe, the 50-day moving average, the 200-day moving average, the 14-day relative strength index. It looks at the fear and greed and a number of other historical charts to show us the trajectory of Bitcoin and other coins too. This one here is set up to look at all of the other altcoins. So it's always interesting to look at your favorite top coins here, see where they're going, if there's a positive look out for the future. 20 cents for Dogecoin is an all-time high. That is just, that's not impressive at all right there. I would be really depressed if that's all Dogecoin is going to do, is hit 20 cents. I would be severely sad about my Dogecoin bags. But Bitcoin here, we see currently it's at 84,000. The 5-day prediction is 106. So we are in the trajectory of going positive. These are all the most used charts to come up with this number. Doesn't mean that it's going to hit it. It just means that it's headed in a positive direction. And then a 1 month of 113. And then the 3 month look like they project a drop before an increase of $139,000. I think we will see a higher top than that. I'm not sure it's going to be in 2025. I hope so. I think it will. It definitely could happen. But as we get into June, if we don't start to see Bitcoin really starting to get up in this, push past 110 and stay past 110,000, I don't know that we will see it this year. So we will have to see how that goes. All right, some last news here. Please like and subscribe. Really appreciate it. I don't know why, but I think it's because I talk about things that are politically, they're on the fringe of politics, and I kind of I just don't, I believe in a lot of the conspiracy theories because all my other conspiracy theories came true. So, all right, so we already went over that. One other news here from coinslate.com, just to give you kind of a round robin on some of the news. If you haven't heard it, this is for Wednesday. Van Eck proposes a Bitcoin-linked treasury bond, which would be a really good idea, would really catapult Bitcoin globally and make the price go up, but it would also offset the U.S. debt by 14 trillion, according to this estimate noted on Crypto Slate. The U.S. $14 trillion debt, get rid of that, Van Eck says, by blending traditional treasury with 10% Bitcoin allocation, pitched as a win-win for both the government and investors seeking inflation protection. Meanwhile, Mantra's CEO is pledging a token burn to restore faith after OMS collapse as questions linger about the future supply. On the ETF front, ProShares is set to launch a new XRP futures ETF. So that probably going to be the next ETF, or maybe Litecoin. Some people project that one of those two will be the next one, that it won't be Solana, but who knows? We don't know. It's just guessing. Global crypto market cap 2.66 trillion at the time of this writing. We know it's 2.7 now. Bitcoin price right around 85,000. Its dominance 63.3. I think it's 63.2 right now. Ethereum up at $1,592. Dominance 7.2. E-commerce gained 8%. Yeah, that's about it, guys. There's a new Trump coin, Monopoly-inspired crypto game. So that could be fun, I guess. Good for him, I guess. And that's all I got for you. Have a great day. I'm going to be traveling this week, so I didn't think I would have time to get anything out. Trying to get something out to you when it's relative. I don't know that anything has really changed that much in the last time, since the last time I talked to you, so I just really haven't felt like there was a lot to talk about, just repeating the same old garbage. And you guys can get that anywhere, so thought I'd give you my inputs on the 8 to 14 week. We're still watching that. We are in week 4 to 5. So still looking at 9 to 10 weeks for the original Elliott wave prediction that we made back then, with the charts that other people actually made those predictions. We just kind of thought that there was something worth looking at there. So giving us a little bit of hopium, not investment advice, of course. Just talking shop. Have a great day. Goodbye.